Hello, everybody. Let's get started. Today, we are going to practice a mostly silent meditation. And we're just going to take about 2 7 or 8 minute periods. And we're just going to go into silence and we're going to just try and connect with any messages that we're needing to receive, any guidance. And so we'll set that intention before we begin. We'll do that for the first one. Then for the second one, we'll just sort of listen to our body and just let our body talk to us. And so we'll do 2 sets, about 7 minutes each. And I'm going to turn this music off in a sec. But when we go into the silent meditation, you can have your eyes open or closed. It's up to you, but you do want to bring your attention to one thing. It could be your breath. That's a good one. So a lot of people like to focus on the breath and follow the breath in and out of the nostril. Some people like to focus in on their third eye and just keep their attention there. So what that looks like is like it's as if you're bringing your attention to this area just behind the between the eyebrows, and you're bringing your attention there, and as if you're looking out through that spot in that area in between your eyebrows. So or you can have your eyes open. Some people use a candle flame just to focus and just to quiet their mind and still their mind and keep it focused on one single item. And a candle flame is really good for that. But if there's something in your space that you can open your eye and keep your attention on, you can do that too. And sometimes that gets interesting because what you're looking at can start to morph into other things, and it's and that's another technique where it's sort of showing us how reality isn't, how everything isn't as solid as we think, and things do shift and shape, and that's a technique Bruce Lee used to use quite a bit. But that's another meditation for another day. So if there is something that you want to keep your attention on with your eyes open, that's a good way too. So I'm going to set our timer here. I'm actually going to turn down the video, and I had it set for 10, but 7's probably a better number. Okay, so just get comfortable. Here we go. I'm going to stop the music here and just get comfortable in your space now. You can allow your eyelids to close or start to focus on that thing that you're going to focus on. Could be your breath, could be a visual you have in your space, and just start to clear everything else out of your mind. And don't worry if thoughts do come in, just allow them to pass as if you're observing a floating cloud going by. It's okay to notice them, just don't interact, just allow them to float by. And all we're doing here is intuitively looking for messages that just want to enter into our conscious mind. So those messages can be from our subconscious, can be from universal consciousness. We just want to tune into that field and allow these messages to come into our conscious realm. If your mind starts to wander or you get distracted by noises around you, that's an indication to bring your attention back to your breath or to your focal point. Those are just simple reminders to bring your attention back. Okay, it's time to come out of that meditation. Just take a deep breath in and let out whatever sound wants to come out. Okay, and if you want to need to move your body in any particular way, go ahead and do that now. And in that silence is where, when we quiet the mind, we start to quiet. We start to open up to messages from the universe, the superconscious, and even our subconscious. And it's almost like, when you turn down the radio. So when we quiet our mind, when you turn on the radio, you can hear a lot more of what's going on around you, all the different sounds, and even in sounds in the distance. And so quieting our mind is like turning down that radio. There's always this, like a radio host talking and commentating about everything. So it's like turning down the volume on that and just allowing to tune into what more is available for you. So the next 7-minute segment is going to consist of getting in tune with our bodies. So for this one, I'd like you to, if you're sitting in a chair, great. I want you to put your feet flat on the ground, just so you're grounded. And if you're sitting in lotus position or on the floor, just make sure you feel grounded, you feel well grounded. And because we're going to go within here, and we're going to connect with our body, and just listen to what our body wants to tell us. We'll mentally do a scan, and I'll guide you through the first minute or two, and then we'll continue in silence after that. So I'll start my timer again. So just connect to your breath or the focal point that you chose, either in within your mind, in your third eye, or an external object. And here, we're just going to start to scan our body. So just mentally, just take a scan of your body from the top of your head and just sort of scan down and just notice any tension, any unease, any anxiety, any pain, and also notice the parts that feels good. What feels good today, or what's not bothering you today. And so just do that mental scan and just start to connect with some of those places where you either feel some tension or feel good, or feel some anxiety or unease. And just listen to what that part of the body wants to say to you. I like to keep my palms on my, so when I go inward, I put my palms on my body, and when I'm connecting, when I'm receiving energy, I put my palms up. So if you keep your palms on your lap up for receiving, so in the first, I should have said this in the first meditation, or the first one when we were looking for messages. You want your hands up. Right now, you want your hands touching your body, towards your body, and just connect. Okay. You just slowly come out of that meditation now. And just take another deep breath deep into the abdomen. Just let out whatever sound wants to come out. Okay, and you may have felt, you may have heard your heart beating. Maybe it was beating in your head. Maybe you felt areas in your body that felt quite good. Possibly, I know there was some areas in my body that were vibrating. I could feel the vibrations. There was also some areas in my body where the pain increased, and you may have noticed that as well. That's because we've shut down all our distractions, and so the pain's always there. But we're so distracted we don't notice it. So I don't mean the pain's always there. The pain's there right now, but you don't feel it as intensely because our mind is focused on other things and there's all these distractions, and so therefore we don't notice what's really happening in our body. So that's a good indication that maybe we need to address that pain. Why is it happening? And sometimes you even get messages from the body as to why uh, certain parts of the body feel that way. Your body will communicate with you. It can be through it can be a thought that comes into as intuition. But there absolutely is communication. We just need to quiet our minds enough to be able to hear it. So I hope that exercise or those two meditation exercises were helpful to you, useful to you, and it's a tool that you can use anytime. It doesn't take long, as you can see, 8 minutes of just quieting the mind can give you so much more intuition about what's happening in your body and in your surroundings, in your energetic field. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to see more videos. We'll talk